Just saying, man.
You're not saying. You're just saying.
Well, he has like
I'm not Goku. I'm just saying. You can't give me strain yet. It's not allowed.
I know. I feel like you should get extra for it not being actually Star Wars.
That's fair.
Oh, how? Halo. Whose side are you on?
Apparently not the Rebel Alliances.
Whoa. I
Well,
know
yeah,
you've
we
bombed us
noticed that
before,
part.
but here's some important information on a mission you can do for us. If you do it one more time, though. Idiots. Alright, we're streaming. Yeah, so, hello everyone, and welcome back to Edge of the Empire, Edge of Despair, a Star Wars tabletop story. I am Corey, your Solonian host. Joining me, as always, are the rest of our Avidon Hale crew, Inertial, who is...
Can we really call it a story, though?
It's got a beginning and a middle.
I mean, Bob's trying, but let's be honest.
It's
well, I
a
could
loose
call the
collection
stream
of
a Star Wars shit show, or else...
It's anthology.
And we got Kalo.
Hey!
And the very best, Slevered.
I'm not the very best.
And of course,
Not
leading us
even in
through
the
this travesty is Evil Bob the Bob.
Hello, everybody.
So, we ended up having to skip last week's stream. Normally we do this every other week. So to make up for that, we are going to do tonight, and we're also going to do next Sunday. So lots of Star Wars travesties, stories, and shit shows to come. But take it away.
Well, I'm waiting for Slever to get in the game.
I'm in connecting now. Yeah, we're all good.
There we go.
I'm in connecting now.
So if
Yeah.
everybody else could roll their force dice, and let's see what side the force is on today.
Hey, too light.
It's currently
Hey,
not
one
too
black.
dark, and I feel like that's... Okay, that was a terrible roll. It was one dark, but... Yeah. It's not actually rolling.
Oh.
It just
One dark.
goes up and spins. In
So that's,
one
uh,
axis.
So much.
3 dark, 2 light. The 2 light, ironically provided by Thayer. I say
Nice
ironic
Palpatine laugh there.
because last time after you receive, you'd run the blockade again the other way, much easier this time because you had some codes. Landed on Pakuni, sold off some blasters, and then got a distress call from the Secretary of Dathgam, who'd been your point woman for pretty much all of the missions you've run.
What was her name again? I'm gonna write it down this time.
Thea.
Thayer.
It's like
Thea.
V
TH,
with an
EA.
A at the end.
Yeah.
She's the A.
Yes.
We're
And
the
you
A
guys are
team.
the Avidon Hale team. Could you take 2 strain for that, Corey?
You were gonna say the exact same thing.
Yeah, but
I
I'm
heard
the
it.
GM. I can't take strain.
Your characters can.
There
I'm
are no
doing
characters
this-
currently in the scene.
I'm doing this under extreme protest.
Under strain.
You could say you're doing it under extreme strain.
Yes,
This
if
is all
anyone's
so much
unfamiliar-
worse than what I said, and yet no one else gets anything.
No. If anyone's unfamiliar, every time Corey makes a pun, he takes strain on his character because we've got to dissuade him somehow.
No.
Otherwise, it would just be a cavalcade of puns.
It's like the cat that has urinated in your house and then realized, oh, I can urinate in the house to be thrown outside.
Something like that. That's not quite how I'd put it, but something like that. Yes, as I was saying, Thayer's light side points are ironic because last time you received this distress call sounding like Thayer had been captured by the Empire or something along those lines, and she was asking you to come to Rennell. And Thayer said, I believe, can we say new phone who dis? See, I know for a fact because I listened to the last part of the last episode before this stream to just refresh my memory. And yes, that's exactly what he said. You can go back and watch the vodka.
Sounds like something I would say.
New comment
Yes.
could it?
So yeah, Thayer is not the most altruistic of characters, but that's fine. That's fine. It's Edge of the Empire, not Age of the Rebellion or Force and Destiny, so...
I save every single one of these people's wounds without asking for pay.
I know, I'm shocked. But on the other hand, they do fly you around the galaxy and give you lots of opportunity.
Did we roll obligation? Was this obligation that...
I believe obligation was unrolled last time, in specifically that no obligation was triggered.
Okay.
Well, let me double check. I believe I would have written it down if it had been
Pretty
triggered.
sure that's the case.
I mean, this plot line is basically everyone's obligation except mine coming through anyways.
Uh-huh.
I guess if mine had been rolled, she would have been captured by Solonians or something.
No, in this case, yeah, it's basically just everyone except Vuzz's obligation will come to play. And Vuzz has his own kind of character obligation to try and be nice, and he seems to like the rebellion a lot, so he's got that.
See, Azraman's got it right. I just want to kill my dad.
Yes, patricide is apparently all that's on Thar's mind. But Ethel's on the
Classic
other side
Star
of the
Wars.
galaxy. It is classic Star Wars.
Two people that have to be saved. We can save Renzi if we want, but
yeah, I forget which prison she's on right now.
Yeah.
I don't believe you guys even looked it up. So
No, she
tried
got
to.
moved from Ord Mantell, and then we
We
just
tried
yeah, it's
really
too much
hard to
work.
figure out where she was,
And that
Yeah,
just didn't
and-
work.
Yeah, and none of you are any good at investigation, so I hope you're ready to investigate a lot today.
Oh,
Let's
hooray.
hit- Nah. We're gonna go gambling, right, Inertial?
Sounds good. Yeah, way better than rescuing some nobody.
I still
Well,
have no
let me
idea how to
remind you
spell
that-
Athacan. Athacan? Athacan?
Athacant.
Athacon? Athakan?
With an M.
M?
It's spelled Athacam.
Okay. Like Solasar?
A-T-H-A-K-A-M. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now
But-
everyone can know what we're up to.
I should point out that your characters are well aware that if you don't go and check up on what's happened to Thea, if she does end up being having to blurt things out to the Empire, you guys will be probably one of the first in the line of fire to be reported about, and then you're not really going to be able to touch civilized space for a long time. So that might be a
Waldern,
little
if we
bit
don't
of a
help her, we're not going to
motivator.
be able to touch civilized space for a very long time.
Hey,
I know that
Waldern,
because
do
I'm
we
very
know-
smart.
Do we know who in Athacan bought that ship back from us?
Ferialis?
We just docked it at a nearby port. It wasn't like somebody specific that we sold it off to.
Didn't we sell it through the angry Celestian? Whatever he was?
No, I don't think so.
Or, sorry, Lantilli's Ugnaught named Wesh. I just checked my Solonian notebook that I keep with me at all times.
Your handy dandy Solonian notebook.
What's Solonian about it?
It's being held by a Solonian. And it's
It's waterproof.
covered with the fur of another Solonian.
Whoa.
Oh God!
That's brutal. Does that allow
Bob,
for
dude.
pelt camouflage so you can hide it on your person and no one will notice? Is that
Yeah.
is that the idea?
I took all my discarded hair over the course of 3 years and turned it into a book. You know when you go to the barber and then it's all on the ground? I just asked to get that.
Solonian's good at barbers? Wow.
It's not
Look at that.
pubes.
What?
He's turned into me for this session.
Yeah, since when was Buzz so raunchy?
Anyway,
Okay, did the message she sent us? Did she give us any clue on where to go?
She said that that she was on the message was sent from Rennell, which is the core world planet near Brental, which is where the headquarters of Athacam is located. It's where you've always gone back to. Well, not always. It's where you've often gone back to get new missions and get some R&R and so on.
Did we hear how long ago that it was sent?
It was basically, the transmission time in Star Wars is basically instantaneous. So let's go with, it's been an hour or two maybe.
Okay.
do you think we can respond to her? Or, like, are we just going to leave her on red?
Walter, what do you think we should do, man?
I mean, I really think we should go and save her, or at least try to find out. Like, we don't want to deal with the Empire like we did before, right? Do you want to deal with ISDs again?
Well, if it... No, you're right.
All we have to do is fly circles around them. We've already established this.
My flying can only take us so far.
Walter, why don't you just pull us to the outer parts of the system, see if there's any sort of terrible Imperial presence?
Yeah, we definitely need to go, but we might as well play it safe.
All right, so we want to jump into Rennell?
We have this new astromech droid, don't we?
Well, I've been looking at the stats for it,
More
and
embarrassing when we fail.
it has like its roll for astrogation is 3 ability dice.
Yeah.
And mine is 4 ability dice and a proficiency die. So what's it really doing for us?
Okay, so I'll tell you what it's really doing.
Moral
You're not,
support.
you're not getting it quite right. Let me just find the stat block real quick. Astromech. Okay, it has 3 ranks in astrogation. So
Okay.
3 ranks in astrogation. That's 3 proficiency.
All right,
It
and
can,
the thing it
basically
was,
do a skilled assist. Because it's your droid, you can tell it to do a skilled assist with you. So it can give you an extra 2 ranks in astrogation, basically, on top of the one you have.
helpful. Okay, because it was just showing it in green in the character builder, so it looked like it was just ability.
Okay, I think that was that's probably a slightly different astromech droid build than that. Might have been the raw chassis. You actually have a functional astromech droid, so it already has 112211 stats, and then it has
Right.
3 ranks in astrogation, 3 ranks in computers, 2 ranks in cool, 2 ranks in mechanics, and 2 ranks in piloting. It may accidentally outpilot Walden
Right.
occasionally.
2 ranks in piloting, you said?
Yes.
Okay, I had the rest written down in my notes, but not in the thing. Okay.
And it has an arc welder, built-in repair tools, which counts as a toolkit. So if you need to repair things, your astromech droid counts as a toolkit. And of course, it's a droid, so it doesn't need to breathe, eat, or drink, and can survive in vacuum or underwater. It's immune to poisons and toxin, much the same way that Inertial is, Vernon.
Well, I
I,
haven't actually
do-
tried most of those things.
I mean, I think you've been in a vacuum once, maybe.
Yeah, for the same amount of time as everybody else.
But you can go as long as you like, unless your character is secretly like a person in a droid suit.
That would be hilarious.
That would be impressive. Bob,
This
can
whole
I do a
time-
medicine check on Corey? Or, Buzz?
Yes, you can totally do a medicine check on Buzz, and because it's going to take a little while to get to Rennell, let's find out how long it'll take by rolling the astrogation check first. Because Bakuni's quite an out-of-the-way planet, I think it's probably going to have to be a hard astrogation check. You guys don't know the high plains route into here that well yet. And then 1 proficiency additional and 1 less ability. So, doot. There you go. Yep, 3 and 2. Yeah, because it upgrades your
All right.
characteristic. Oh,
Holy shit,
5
guys.
success.
This is
Two
a
threats
destroyed
and a
asteroid.
triumph.
Wait, did
So-
you actually turn the computer on this time?
Oh, that might be it, Vernon. Thanks,
Wow,
Arnott.
good to know for the future.
Yeah, all the astromech droid did was press a button, turns on the navicomputer. Previously, I guess.
I mean, we're sitting here talking
Solonian.
smack.
He was just using his Solonian notebook and like drawing out the map, and then trying to like do interpretive dance to tell the computer where to go.
Like, you talk smack, but he still got us to some places on time. That's impressive.
It's true.
Wait a minute.
It's true, but yes. Okay, well, with a triumph, astrogation triumph. Let me double check fly casual. There's some cool stuff you can do with that. You can definitely cut the time down. Usually, that kind of route would probably take about 3 days, 4 days, but you can definitely cut that down a bit if you like. Where are you? Astrogation skill table. There we go. So you found a shortcut, if you like. So if you people may be willing to buy the shortcut from you.
Damn. Okay.
Ooh, dollar bill.
All right, and I think that works for us because right now time is very much of the essence. So no complaints with that, anyone?
Not at all.
And a bit of cash into the bargain. Okay. The true threat, however, is this shortcut is a bit it's a bit risky. It's a bit dicey. So the ship takes 2 system strain, which isn't able to be recovered until it's in dock.
Take system strain.
I got it. It's done. Yep.
Oh, I believe Vuz was looking for ways to negate that, but
Yeah, I don't think I have that.
okay.
I can.
So it's only going to take. Sorry.
I can fix more strain later, but I can't. I don't think I can prevent it. So.
No. All right. So with this extremely fast hyperlane route, it only takes you, I want to say, 2 days to get there. That's enough time, however, for everybody to have a rest, recover 2 wounds, and all their strain. And it does mean that if Thayer, if you want to do some help with helping Vuz with some of his injuries, that's completely fine.
Sure.
You've got enough time and relaxation to do that, aside from everyone being slightly stressed by what's going on.
What's the difficulty, sir?
So what are you trying to treat? Are you trying to treat his critical injury or his wounds?
Do I
What
have
does his
it?
critical injury do? I don't see it.
It's on his...
I don't think I have one.
Yeah, you do. It's in your ground combat.
I
It's
see.
in your
Yeah.
in your box area because I decided to put it there for reasons.
It's
And
gone.
now it's just yeah. You put it into your
Mechanically,
hidden-
does that have an effect? Like, or is
Yes.
It makes
So
it
what
easier
it
for me
means-
to die later.
Yeah, basically any crit you have adds +10 to the crit roll when you take it.
Oh, well,
So-
let's take that stuff off then.
Yes, that I believe that was an easy critical, and I don't know where it went. Oh, it appeared in the middle. Okay, cool. Whatever.
For some reason, I
Yeah,
can't
that's-
see stuff in there.
Yeah,
Maybe
there's
it
some
needs-
stupid hidden areas that I haven't been able to get rid of.
Okay.
Let me actually see. Yeah, I just have not been able to get rid of them for whatever reason. And despite being as the GM, I should be able to see everything. But anyway, yeah, easy medicine check. I feel like with an easy medicine check, Thar can do this.
Thar, my ear keeps filling with blood for some reason. Can you fix that?
That does sound like a discouraging wound. Yep,
I
there we
got
go. Yeah. Goodbye, discouraging wound.
I feel so encouraged right now. Thank you.
And 1 advantage.
One wound?
Sure.
Is that what that is?
I mean, that was enough
I mean,
success there. I'm happy to count that as contributing towards healing 1 wound. That's
I
reasonable.
feel so hard.
Damn.
You drop out of hyperspace, the Avidon Hale rattling, as it is wont to do. And you said you wanted to go somewhat on the edge of the Rennell system?
I mean, that was a suggestion, Walter. You do what
I-
you feel necessary to bring us to death with your bad rolls.
That's what I charted us for.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
that
if
is
that's
fine.
what the astrogator says, then you're on the edge of the Rennell system.
I'm very suggestible.
Despite being on the edge, it's still a core world, so there's still a few buoys out there, some hyperspace beacons guiding ships deeper into the system, and you see on your sensors, you see a couple of freighters moving about on the very edges of the system. But apart from that, it's quiet. All the scanners are quiet.
Did we have any more information? Like, did we record the message? Is there anything else we have from it, Walter?
It's just really to get there and to help her out. She was in distress at the time.
Okay, help her out. She's in distress. She's on a planet, and that's all the information we have. Do we know that she's still here?
With the time that it took to go from the outer rim in here, I'm not sure.
Aren't you the hacker?
Yeah, but well, this isn't
We have-
NCIS. What am I supposed to do?
Enhance?
Perhaps investigating her last known location.
Yeah.
Could
I
be a
imagine we
useful
can get to her
starting point.
office. Yeah, we can get to her office easy.
Yeah, you guys go there all the time.
So you know the way, Waldron?
I
Maybe
know
we
the
should
way.
be a little stealthy about it. We don't know what she said about us at all.
Okay, fly casual, Walden.
All right.
Don't mess it up.
So, are you planning to be kind of stealthy with the ship?
I mean, it's really just stealthy, just so that we're not dealing with Imperials. That's really the only effort that I'm taking here. Not like, I mean, it's not like an active type.
Okay. Just an average piloting check then. Nothing too.
Can
Scary.
Arnott help with this? Because it's the same
no,
ability.
because Arnott only he can't help because he has the same number of ranks as Walden. If the droid had more ranks, or if Walden had less agility or something, the droid could help. But looking good, looking good.
There we go.
Oh my god, Clever. This is more success than you've ever rolled.
This is unprecedented.
Cumulatively.
You drift the Hale in through the hyperlanes towards Rennell into the system, passing some of the outer planets, and seeing Rennell ahead. It's a cold blue world, mostly covered with ice and blizzards, but there's a habitable zone around the equator, which is where most of the 55 million inhabitants live. As you come into land, you go through the usual AFCAM procedures, which allow you to avoid any Imperial entanglements. The customs around the planet basically waves through any AFCAM marked ships, and you use that to your advantage. Speaking of, you had one advantage on that roll. What would you like to do with that?
Yeah, we're gonna try to move the story along here. We're gonna try. Somebody at the dock may have seen something with
Okay,
our
that sounds
intrepid
good.
friend.
That sounds good. You land at the usual dock, which is basically adjacent to the offices that Thayer worked at, and one of the binary load lifters there has a chat with Lifty.
Oh no!
Oh my.
Ugh.
This unit saw Imperial troops disembark 72 standard hours ago, approximately. Secretary Thayer was with them when they departed. Bleep.
Was she with them voluntarily?
I do not have the capacity to answer that question.
Oh my. Quite useless. Master Vuz, it does appear that she was with them when they left. Okay, Waldern. She was with them when they left. Yes, that's what I said.
I like how you don't specify who them is.
So, yeah. So what
These
ship
droids
was
are
it?
bleeping in
Like,
binary.
what did the ship look like? Did it have transponder codes that we could look at?
The presumably
I'm talking
Lifty.
to Buzz, so Buzz can talk to Lifty.
And Lifty can talk to the load lifter.
Are there any records we can examine?
This unit does not handle records. Please see the office.
Where's the office?
The droid points towards the office.
Master
Just across
Waldern,
the
we should
landing
go to
zone.
the office.
Yeah, let's do that. So while
Really
Wait.
low intellect droids talking to each other. It's the best thing.
I kind of spaced out for a second.
Just imagine Walden just kind of go glassy eyed and just be like, oh.
Excuse me, I have an
Please
intellect
save-
of 2.
So I'm gonna talk to Vernon here. Vernon, if you could
Even
go
lower
up
intellect
to
droid.
yeah, Vernon, if you could go up to Thea's office and see if you can find anything there. You should be able to have access to it. You're an AFCAM employee, so it's not.
One would imagine. All
Should
right.
I come with you? You can get me access and I can actually look at the computer.
You can if you want. Thar and I will deal with
I
finding
want
the
to say no, but
I'll deal
I'm
with
alone.
what now?
Lifty will stay down here.
Oh boy.
We're gonna talk to the person that was or the offices for the dock to see if
Okay.
we can find what the ship looked like.
Okay. So, who would like to begin the investigation then? Which pair
Thar
is
and
going to
Waldern.
get there? Okay. Okay.
So we'll walk up to the office, and we'll bring the astromech droid with us just in case.
Okay. It bleeps happily and follows along with you. It's like, cool, I get to do stuff. The Empire never let me do stuff.
You're part of the team now, buddy.
Give it a bop on the head.
Another astromech noises. Corey, find a soundboard. It's your droid now. Okay, Corey's the soundboard. Brilliant. Yeah, you walk over to the dock office. There is, much to your dismay, another tired, bored-looking Ugnaught at the desk.
Is this the only type of job they can get? Like, good lord.
This is some real typecasting, Bob.
Oh, yeah. What do you want, anyway? Huh?
Do you happen to have ship logs that we can see? There is a ship that left here around... Holy cow. There's a ship here that left here around 3 days ago that we need to try to contact.
Well, of course I have ship logs, but unless you got the clearance, I can't show them to you.
Are there any cameras around?
Are you just like...
You can see? Yeah, of course. Southcam has security cameras pointed both towards the dock, inside the dock office, inside other offices. It's a big corporation. They have cameras. So do you have the
never
clearance?
be truly as terrible as I want to be. Celebrity, you have a high... You're much better with people.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do a little...
You mean I'm
gonna do a little charm here.
An understatement.
Absolutely no, I can't Spock grip my way out of this. Dang it!
So, I'm gonna kind of like level with him a little bit. It's like, hey, I think there is somebody that was actually taken from here, and we're not sure if she's actually safe or not. If we manage to find her and get a type of reward, maybe we'll split a little bit of it with you for helping us out.
And I'm gonna pipe up. It might be worth a raid. Surely Athacam values this employee.
Yeah, we'll definitely put in a good word for you.
He strokes his piggy little chin. Could you make a roll against one challenge die, please?
Okay.
Big money, big money.
You're rolling negotiation, correct?
I didn't know if this was charm or negotiation.
It sounds like negotiation because you're telling
Got
him he's
it.
going to get some money from it.
Okay.
I regret asking for the soundboard.
You did this.
Anyway.
I'm going to use Disarming Smile to incur 1 strain, and... oh, wait, where is that? It's not Disarming Smile, it's something else. Let me find it again here.
Rip.
This ugly pug face grins at him.
I mean,
Congenial,
it's
sorry.
grinning at an Ugnaught. I mean, what Ugnaughts find charming is probably
Congenial to downgrade difficulty of charm or negotiation check, so that would be from challenge to difficult.
Okay, sounds good.
Wow. All right.
There goes my destiny point. My God.
Oh!
Okay.
Jesus. 2
He
triumphs
just
and like
dunks
4
him?
rolls.
What?
So the
This man is my friend now.
yeah, okay, sure. He's like, oh hey, okay, Walden, all right. Honestly, don't even worry about cluing me in on any of it. Just look, I'll just walk out of here. You guys just look at the computer, okay? You find what you need to find. I'm gonna go service one of the droids. You have a good time. Claps you on the back. Or on the butt, I guess, because he's an Ugnaught, so you're like...
Oh, he tried!
And I'll tell him, I owe you a drink later.
Yeah, I'll see you at the bar. And he wanders off.
I said, well, maybe you don't have to make that bar visit too late from now. And I'm going to hand him 20 credits. Go get yourself something.
He's like, oh, thank you, Thayer. You're a nice guy too. And he jovially ambles off with a big smile on his little Ugnaught face.
Master Walden, should I call Master Fuzz to look at the computer? I don't know where they went.
Oh, you've got an astromech.
Yeah, so we've got the astromech droid, and I think we have enough intelligence here to try and figure out a way around a computer. It's already logged in and everything, so it's not like we're slicing into it, right?
Correct. That's pretty smart. I'd say to find the records you're looking for is going to be an average computer's check.
Oh god, I have to make this? Oh.
It's fine.
So the astromech has computers 3. It has 3 ranks in computers, and you have 4 intellect.
The astromech can help you out here.
Is this correct?
There you go.
Yep, just average, because, I mean, you're accessing the computer. You managed to convince the guy, so it's not hard.
Okay, while I'm, like, investigating the system, I'd like to instruct the astromech to try and find any damaged out goods that we could possibly, get a hold of
in the office.
You know, stuff that's damaged that like they're not going to be looking for because they've already written up the report on it.
Might be in a
I'd like
storage
to
in the
add a
docking
setback.
area.
I'm going to add a setback then if you want to do that, because that's an additional bit of trouble. So
can I? I want to flip a destiny point to change that one to a yellow. Correct?
Yep, that'll upgrade the roll if you like.
You could just call Vuz from the other room and he's
nerd.
Okay, there we go. So, unfortunately, the threat is that when you try to access the used items inventory, it sets off a bit of an alarm and wipes the inventory. So you have no idea what used items there are.
Okay. But it's saying that it did delete something.
Yeah, no, it's like, you just like...
So when it deletes it, it has even less of a record of it. Got it.
Yeah, but you have no idea what the items are. But you know, you can access the ship records, and it's registered to the Lambda-class shuttle landed 3 days ago, and it was registered to Imperial Communications. Meanwhile, you've got that information. Stew on it for a bit. Meanwhile, in the main corporate offices, what's Vuz and Vernon doing?
We are going for a stroll. We belong here, and we're just going to the office to get something, whatever. So I guess, would that be stealth or?
And if you're trying to be explicitly
I'm not
nonchalant,
trying to... Well, yes.
I'd be fine with making that deception if you'd like.
Okay.
Oh God.
It's okay, I can handle it. I'm so glad group roles are a thing.
Yeah, so if you'd like to make a hard deception check, because this is,
Oh joy.
You're having to pretend quite a lot here. That this is you totally haven't been helping the rebels for the past month. You definitely aren't going to try and find someone who's been taken. You definitely don't think Athakam is really helping the Empire a bit, etc.
You're trying to make your servos sound like you're an enslaved droid.
Exactly. But, you've also got 3 proficiency and 2 ability. So, I don't think you'll have to...
I can assist by adding a challenge dice to this, I think.
Let's not. It's a good thought, but we'll just hang on to that.
If this fails, Vuz goes down the hallway telling everyone exactly.
Oh.
Okay. The rolls continue to go in the player's favor, which is nice. Makes a change, doesn't it, really?
He says with the most disappointment in his voice possible.
Yeah. And you get into the corporate offices, head down the corridor. No one pays you a second glance as you head towards Thayer's old office. What would you like your advantage to do?
The door's unlocked.
All right, yeah. The door's unlocked. You walk in. There's another
items.
woman sitting at the desk who you don't recognize. She says, hello, welcome to Athakam offices. Are you some of our freelancers?
Yes, we were told to come here to speak with Thea. Is she available?
Thayer? Who's Thayer?
She's the secretary.
No, I'm the secretary. I'm Tace. Good to meet you.
Vernon, we found Thea. You're who? What? You're Tace?
No, my name's not Thayer, my name's Tace. Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about, honestly.
How do you spell that, Tace?
How long have you been in this office?
Oh, a few days. Pretty new job.
Do you know who kidnapped your predecessor?
I'm sorry, is this some kind of joke?
Ignore him.
No, a
please.
joke would be if I were to ask you what happened when 3 Salonians walked into a bar.
No, Vuz.
But it's a good joke.
You can stand outside for a few minutes, okay?
Oh. Okay.
It's looking a lot like that droid's owning the little Salonian.
You'll have to forgive my companion. He is quite excitable.
Oh, I noticed. Sorry, so what can I do for you? What's your designation, droid?
Vernon.
Ah, Vernon, let me just bring up your record. Ah, I see, you're with the Avidon Hale, yes?
Yes.
So, are you looking for some new work, or what do you need?
We were trying to track down Thea. She was asking us to meet us here. I assumed it was for work, but you never know.
Okay. I suppose I could look at the personnel records, possibly?
That would be most helpful.
Okay, could you make an average charm check, please?
Oh, charm. Oh boy. I'm not lying enough. I'm not lying enough. So, guys,
This could be a lie.
It's okay.
This is
average.
it. That's
And you kicked the charming Salonian out of the room.
Yeah.
I say charming. He only has one presence as well. So, honestly, I don't think he would have added
Get it. Succeed this roll.
Yes, it'll be the most glorious success. Are you kidding?
Oh,
Well,
but
it wasn't a failure. I mean, it was a failure.
It was.
Well, yeah.
It wasn't an abject failure.
So, well, I mean, it's not really my place to check personnel records like that, I mean, I'm just here really to coordinate work between various freelancing groups.
Can I calm into Vernon's calm and Buzz?
Please do.
I'm just trying to inform you guys, we've found a hint. There was an Imperial shuttle that just took her.
This comes out through the comm, presumably.
Yes.
He says, the Empire, what are they doing dealing with Athkam here?
If I knew, I would be happy to tell you. And I just leave the room. No other talking, just turn around and walk out.
Okay, well, if you need... okay.
Bye, Tace.
As you leave the room, Vernon, could you make a hard vigilance check?
Okay.
Rip.
I believe you have 2 proficiency.
Yeah. Hey.
Okay. You spot what appears to be a small blinking electronic device stuck to basically like the door frame. Pretty well hidden. You don't think you would have noticed it unless it caught your eye or your receptor. But
Do I see it?
no, you're outside the office. This is
Would I recognize it?
It may be some kind of communications device. It's not clear from just the quick glance you get. You can try and swipe it if you like.
Yeah, I'll try to do that.
Just rip it off the wall.
I'm gonna make a note of that threat, by the way, in the back of my head, and we'll worry about it later. But good, yes. So if you just make a probably a hard skullduggery check.
Okay, that's
Swipe it without Tace noticing.
hard is okay.
Yep, you're also pretty good at stealing things.
It's also
Yep.
something I've not really done much of.
Nary a challenge. He just goes whoop into your secret compartment. No one's any the wiser.
Now they're tracking us forever.
Vernon just forgets about it in there.
He's got a secret compartment. He pulls out. There's just piles of stuff in there that he's forgotten about. Yeah.
Just old alcohol. He's
Memory
actually
bank.
Bender.
Memory banks not what they were.
I'm basically picturing Bender and a furret from Pokemon walking around.
That seems about right.
I
Anyway.
think even Bender would be smarter.
Oh,
So,
Are we gonna go meet them?
Yes. I'd like you to look at something, and I'm going to try to communicate to Vuz non-verbally to not say anything about it. I don't know how this is going to work, but it's going to be awful.
You're trying to
I'm going to allow Vuz to decide how well Vuz recognizes these non-verbal suggestions.
You're trying to communicate non-verbally that Vuz shouldn't say anything about the device you got?
Yes.
Are you handing that to me? Because technically I didn't see you do it.
Yes, I'm trying to communicate that before pulling it out and showing it.
But you're doing like finger up to mouth kind of deal?
Yeah, basically.
But with horrific insectoid head.
I think Vuz would get that.
Okay,
How effectively he
then,
carries that out is different.
Well, yeah.
Okay then. So Vuz, you now have.
Shows it.
Yep. So Vuz, you immediately recognize it appears to be some kind of homing beacon, but the batteries are clearly running very low. And if you're going to get any information out of it, you need to move fast.
We've got a homing beacon here.
A homing beacon.
Yeah, they can use it to find you. I'm gonna try to slice it and see what I can get out of it, though.
All right.
I jack in my data pad.
Do you want to do it in our ship instead?
Well, if time is of the essence.
Waldern, where are you? Who said that?
Hey,
You
Bob,
left your
whenever
comma.
they have a lull here, I'd like to try and do another check on that computer.
Okay, well, I think while Vuz and Vernon play hot potato with this homing beacon, let's see what Thayer and Walden are doing. You've had the bombshell that an Imperial ship has come here.
We're walking to where Waldern and Thar went while that's happening.
Okay.
I would like to ask Arnott to check the system for any sort of casualties occurring on the day of. Basically, I'm trying to check how aggressive the Empire was about.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to require a check for that because you're already in the system. There's no actual record for that day in terms of
As in the record's gone, or
yeah, that entire day, the records of that day in the health and safety register for the company are just gone.
Is there a way to communicate with the Ugnaught we just talked to? Does he have a personal communications device?
You think you could probably talk to him from the computer you're at?
Can I send him an urgent message real quick?
Sure. You ping his personal comm, he picks up. Yeah, what is it?
Hey, I got a really serious question here. Around 72 hours ago, was there any sort of blaster shots, or was there anyone wounded?
I don't know.
And did someone unauthorized, someone you not recognize use this computer?
I wasn't on shift. I'm sorry. You'd have to check the cam recordings.
Oh, all right. Is there any tips you can give me in case they have a password?
Well, I don't have access to the security stuff. You either have to go to the security office or, be pretty good at slicing or something. I don't know.
And I'll tap Thar on the shoulder. I think I have an idea. Why don't we look at... Do you know who was on shift? Yeah, I'll just quickly ask him. Do you know who was on shift?
Did you have anyone cover your shift? Were we that lucky?
I might have been a new guy, actually. I don't really remember him. It's strange. He didn't really seem particularly, memorable.
Was he a human?
Yes. He sounds confused.
Thank you very much. Guys. I owe you a ton of drinks.
Yeah, I'll hold you to that one, Thor.
Okay.
So, real quick,
Uh-huh.
is the scheduling for this
that's what
facility
I was
on
gonna say
public
next.
record?
I wouldn't say public, no.
You could probably see his schedule, when he's off and when he's on.
Because
Or,
he's logged
other
into the
people?
computer. But
Yeah,
you would have to
or
slice to access other personnel records.
Okay.
Are
So we
we
could
there
see.
I would say you guys walk up. Yeah, it's not that far
Sure.
from the other offices.
Yeah. So it's something like we can see when he's generally on schedule, and it wasn't like he was removed from his general schedule, like he's on every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday type of thing. And are we able to see the pattern in his records?
Yeah, it seems like he was given a day off on
Just
the
a
3
random
days ago.
day off.
3 days ago. Okay.
Okay, Vuz, if you want to hack into the homing beacon, that's going to be a formidable computers check. Sorry, not formidable, daunting. So that's 4 difficulty.
Look
And
what
I'm
I
actually
found,
gonna
guys.
upgrade that once.
That's computers?
Yes.
Didn't the astromech have slicing tools?
This astromech has a toolkit.
Also, there's no setback when we try and break into the.
No, that would be if you used mechanics. Toolkit's mechanics, slicing kit is for slicing.
No,
For
there was
computers.
some when Corey repaired the droid, there was some bonuses.
Oh,
Yeah, I
right.
switched
the bonus
it
was
to
there was a
slicing
slice
for.
instead of toolkit. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then no setback. Brilliant. It's all coming together.
All right. So we found this homing beacon. I can look at this first, and then if there's anything else you want from the computer, I can do that. Assuming this doesn't blow up when I press this button here.
Arnaut plugs its little plunger into the back and starts bleeping and whirring, pops out a little galaxy map. You recognize it's of the core worlds and appears to be pointing towards Esseles, a very
What the
nearby
fuck's an
planet.
Octo?
Points towards Esseles, a very nearby core worlds planet, and then immediately blinks off, smokes a little, and unfortunately the astromech shuts down.
Oh god.
No, Buzz, no, I need you right now. Come here.
Okay, wait there or not.
I'm gonna tell him.
It's gonna need repair.
Gonna relay the information that we need to find out who was scheduled 3 days ago.
Okay. So if you want to hack into the personnel files, that's going to be another 4 difficulty computers check, but you don't have the ability to use Arnaut right now until he's repaired. So that's going to be 2 setback.
Hey, Vernon, do you have a repair patch on you?
Yes, I do.
Can we slap it on that bad boy?
I'd be fine
Might
with
as well
using up
give
a
it a
repair
try.
patch. Yeah, I'd be fine if you
Alright.
want to use a repair patch. Yeah, you slap the repair patch onto Arnaut, and he whirs back into life as it does its nanotechnology magic, and bleeps back at Vuz. Something along the lines of, "What the hell? That
Sorry,
wasn't fun."
I said it might explode when I pressed the thing. Wait, can you help me with this?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
The sarcastic
sure.
sure.
So that removes 2 setback. Brilliant.
Oh my god!
So you take a personal strain, but you quite rapidly, it only takes you about 10 minutes, get into the personnel files. There is no record of who worked on that day. If there was a person working on that day, they do not have any Athacam record.
Check the cameras.
What would you like the Triumph to do?
I have an idea what it could do, Corey.
Okay.
I
have
believe
one
cameras
as
were
well,
mentioned.
but
Well, I mean, go ahead.
what were you gonna?
It's totally related to the C word.
Computers?
This isn't time.
Cameras.
What? Oh. I was thinking something to do with Tass's employee file. We can do that, or we can do... Well, we can try that, or we can try cameras, something camera-related.
We'll check the cameras with an actual...
Yeah.
Like, we'll just look into that later. Do whatever you...
So while I'm looking for the scheduling information, I come across some employee files and find some kind of information on where the hell Pace came from.
Okay. Tace seems like a pretty normal recent hire of Athakam's. She was hired in on Coruscant about a week ago, has gone through some internal training, and now she's the secretary for freelancers on Rennell.
All right, so basically, like,
there's nothing special
temp
about
agency placed her here. She's not
pretty much
like Moff Tarkin's great niece.
Niece?
Niece.
It's a Star Wars
It's
story.
yeah. Space niece.
A loaf
Right.
cat, right?
All right. Okay, so I'll look at the cameras now.
Okay, and again, getting into the camera system is going to be another daunting computers check.
I'm gonna Destiny point to get another proficiency. You guys okay
Okay.
with that?
Jiggy with
Go
it.
for it.
Let's watch this intellect shine, shall we?
It fails. Catastrophic.
Ooh.
Oh, what?
2 threat again, though. So you access the camera systems. It appears that there was a very good slicer who accessed them and tried to wipe the recordings of that day. But you managed to recover some grainy footage showing an officer in Compnor uniform walking into the freelancing office, escorted by some troopers. You see Thayer's like hurriedly transmitting from her computer. And then you get a bit of a... You don't really see exactly what happens. And then you see that... And then like there's a blank section just because of the threat. And then you go to the dock camera and you see her being dragged into the waiting shuttle.
All right.
Is it possible to see how many decorations that officer has on his chat?
No, the quality of the footage isn't good enough.
Is there
Unless you
any
would
audio?
like to use the Triumph.
Can I use the audio to potentially pick up some indication of where they're taking her?
Sure, yeah. So the audio from the recording is also pretty broken up, but you hear them mention Esseles and New Calamar.
Esseles and New Calamar?
Yes.
Like calamari without the eye?
Yes. You hear some mentions of maybe rebels.
Like implicating
Interrogation.
her as being a rebel?
It's difficult to tell.
And would
because
Vuz
you can't
recognize
really
what
see
Compnor is? Or would I have to roll?
I would say that for any of you guys to recognize Compnor uniform, that would be like
I don't even know what that means.
An average knowledge, and if depending on how well this knowledge check goes, I'll explain it in more detail. So an average knowledge education check.
Oh, that's
Does
a
anyone
skill
have
I've
any
never been able to
proficiency
use.
in education? I assume not.
Me?
No.
Me?
Thar is
You have
educated.
one?
Yeah,
Okay.
apparently I'm educated. Wow.
Well, if you do skilled assist, then we can use my ability in your proficiency. Because
Yep.
my intel is higher.
Is your intellect high? Okay,
Yeah.
I'll assist you. Go ahead.
Or,
Okay. So then it's just average. Yep.
What
Okay.
is that?
Bar, weren't you telling me about something to do with the Imperials in those uniforms there?
Compnor is the Commission for the Preservation of the New Order. It's a well-known kind of special police unit that was formed by Palpatine relatively soon after the formation of the Empire. It's a pretty scary organization that is usually talked about in hushed tones and likes to enforce Imperial ideals upon whoever it gets the chance to enforce them upon.
Well, I guess we're going to Esseles, little bit.
Yeah, there was mentions of Esseles and New Calamar, And it seems like they think that she might be a rebel or someone's a rebel and they're going to interrogate someone.
Well, apparently, so are we. But there's one more thing. Could you try and slice into that computer there and give my little Ugnaught friend a raise?
Did he say he was supposed to get a raise?
Yeah, man, they've been totally trying to like screw him out of the raid.
Oh, they must have forgot. Okay.
Yeah, we gotta help him out, you know.
So payroll. That's another system. So that's another daunting.
What did the Triumph do from the last?
That was
that's
the
a good
audio.
question. That was accessing the audio, which was also pretty corrupted. The one threat is going to add a setback to this because you're pretty shaken by what you've been told about Compnor.
Oh, yeah.
They don't sound very nice, They don't sound like nice people.
Give it a big roll.
Hold on, I'm just making sure I've got
Big money.
a triumph.
Oof.
Ah,
Damn it.
Sadly, you are not able to give him a raise.
ah, man. I tried to help my homie out.
But he had two advantage.
Which
so...
the advantage.
Give him a discount at the bar.
Maybe he's got paid time off.
I don't know if
next
it's an
week?
Athacam, but well, I was thinking if I'm accessing people's financial information, who owes Athacam the most money?
It's definitely Thayer.
Oh no!
Like
Is
Thayer's name
there
suddenly pops up.
any amount I can lower
Shave
that
off?
by with my advantage while I'm in these records?
Like 100 credits.
There you go, Thayer. I think they forgot to take some of the stuff we gave them off, so I fixed your record a bit, Thayer. I couldn't find his, though. I don't know if he works in this department.
All right, let's get out of here. Come on.
Okay, and with
Always
that
log
bombshell,
off.
and with that bombshell, I think it's a great time to take a short break.
All right, we'll be back in 5 minutes, guys.
Sounds good. I just need more water.
Too thirsty.
Yup, same here.
They're gloves that have like a little charge loaded in them to like make it so enemies can't take an action if you succeed.
Wait, that's a real thing.
Yeah, I'm not playing. It's a thing.
It's like the little joke buzzer, but painful.
But
I
really
wouldn't actually do it because I know it'd be bullshit for gameplay, but I want to live in a world where Buzz is a Jedi.
I mean, you could start investing in that if you want. It just won't get you very far with your character as it is right now.
That would make
You'd
it
have to
so much better.
You'd have to find like an intellect-based lightsaber tree, or you'd have to focus on
Does that
just force
exist?
powers. Oh yeah. There's each lightsaber form has a skill tree, and each of those allows you to use a different characteristic with your lightsaber. So by default, it uses brawn, but different lightsaber skill trees allow you to use different characteristics. I believe there's one which allows you to use intellect. So you smartly cut people to pieces instead of just strongly cutting them to pieces. That way, sorry.
There are shock boots.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can kick people into being knocked out.
There's shock cloaks, I might add.
Somebody needs to get rocket boots. I swear.
I'm just imagining Thayer just wearing all the shot gear, just like crackling as he walks around.
Yes. Unlimited power.
Who needs the Force?
I can
Right,
use the
nerd.
Force to throw him at people when he's got those on.
I don't need Force
Yeah.
lightning.
Anyways, we're back.
All right, yeah. What were you saying?
Just want to try and buy one.
All right, I will. Yeah, I'll front the money for that.
Yes.
Okay, shot gloves. So what's the rarity of shot gloves? I'm sure you have it memorized by now.
Why do
That
you
is
say it like
4.
that? It's just a
Because you
4.
keep trying to buy them.
Yes, I do.
So what's the rarity of shot gloves?
I said 4.
4. Okay, cool. You're on a core world, so that takes it down by -1. So that's an easy. I want to say. Are they restricted?
No.
Okay, just an easy negotiation check then. I mean, they're non-lethal weapons. I'm sure you could find. Well, on Rennell. I'll be kind. Easy negotiation.
You want me to
Yes.
help you out
Yes, I do.
with the sale.
You get some Corellian personal defense X21s.
That's good. Yeah. Do you have 3 negotiation left?
I do. Yeah. The thing is, we both have 3. Would that be a boost for the other part? If we both have 3 presents.
If you both have 3 presents, then if you work together, you take the highest presence, then you take the highest skill, and add that to the presents. So,
Okay. Then we're good.
You
right
can't
here.
choose to do an unskilled
No.
assist.
You can
But
choose
that
to if
wouldn't
you
be
want,
as
but that would
good.
just add a boost.
Yeah.
And I think both of you going shopping is a pretty reasonable thing to do. You know, so much for time of the essence and so on.
Holy cow!
Oh my god!
That is the most clever roll I've ever seen.
There it is.
I shouldn't have let him roll. Man.
How is that possible?
So that's a 1 in 12 on each die, I believe, times 3, plus then a 1 in 8 to get. Oh, actually, it's a 1 in 4 to get the threat.
It's 12 cubed to get that.
Yeah.
That right
What?
there.
Yep.
All right, we didn't get it, and I imagine someone slaps me in the face. Let's get to Emperor.
You get slapped with a wet fish.
You know, I was going to use a strain to reduce the difficulty down to simple, where there's no die. I still would have failed.
Yeah, and anyway, you can't reduce past 1. You can't
Okay,
go
that's right. Yeah.
below easy. But yeah, take a strain, Thayer. Take a strain.
12 cubed. I like
Look,
the chat.
walking around the streets of Rear, the capital of Rennell, where you are right now, it's cold, it's windy. You take a strain. It's not like warm jungly ether. You're not used to it. It's not nice, and you don't find the shot gloves again.
I know, man.
1 in 1,728.
Yeah,
There it is.
That's a slavered roll. 0.1%. Congrats, you're
Battlefield
wealthy
with each
people
other.
now. Okay, so I'm going to say that didn't take very long.
Like we just did a public inquiry.
You just went on the local computer net to see who's selling shot gloves, and that you searched for shot gloves and nothing came up. So you're like, screw it.
All right, let's get out of here, Chewie.
You're calling Arnott Chewie now? Okay.
Thank you, Vernon, for the thought.
Yes, when they actually exist, we'll revisit this.
So
Okay.
you just came up with a brand new invention that someone needs to make.
I just felt like I was in XCOM and I was doing a point blank shot, and then
He
he's
just like
aiming at him, and then like looks to the
Shoots
left.
to his
and
left.
misses.
like a magnet just pulls his aim to the side.
Yep.
The bullets come out of the gun at a right angle.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, are we
So-
going to Esseles or New Calamar?
Have any of us even heard of New Calamar?
We
You
heard it
might
in
want to
this
make a
thing.
knowledge core worlds check.
I think I'm good at that. Wait a minute.
Yes, if you could make a hard knowledge core worlds check.
I am good at that.
You
Wow.
want to do another skilled assist, Kalo?
Sure, buddy.
How many do you have?
Just one. That's like
Oh.
my innate doctor ability.
Better than nothing.
It is. It is.
I was looking at maps recently, and
Here
where I
it
know
comes.
is
Whoa!
We're getting
it's
close.
a place.
It's starting to get back to normal here with these rolls for you guys. New Calamar is one of the major cities on Esseles.
Oh, thank God, we only have to go to one place.
I don't know if that's what that means.
What would you like the one advantage to do?
I just want to get rid of my strain.
Wow. Okay. All right. It's only going to take a few hours to get to Esseles. It's not even going to require an astrogation check because it's on a major core world's hyperlane route, unless you want to go somewhere specific in the system, or you want to go particularly fast or something like that.
Sonic speed?
Particularly
take,
fast
like-
sounds pretty good to me.
If you don't try and go particularly fast, it's going to take a few hours. If you decide to go really fast, it could maybe take a few minutes. So,
Let's do that. Let's go fast.
We're already 3 days behind, so
all right. So if you want to make a,
Shopping for gloves aside, we are in a hurry.
yeah, are you going to try and where are you going to end up in the system? Do you want to end up on the edge, near the planet?
So,
Do we know anything about that system, just in general? Is it Imperial stronghold?
Esseles is pretty well known as a reasonably independent-minded planet. It's like not explicitly anti-imperial. It's not explicitly pro-imperial. There's nothing particularly like. It's not on the news one way or the other, basically.
Okay.
They don't hold parades there, but they also don't have attacks there or something. So yeah, just an average check to speed this along. Oof, 2 threat. Okay. So you get there in the space of about 20 minutes, like
Wow.
super fast. But you drop out of hyperspace in the planetary rings.
Hey, Walter, what the hell?
guys, we're here.
I'm pulling up.
Could you make a? How fast are you going? What speed are you going to
yes.
go through the asteroid field? The planetary rings. It's more dust than asteroids, but it's still not going to do your ship much good if it hits it.
Yeah. Can I see how far we are away from the edge? Is that
Your
I go,
sensors
like-
say you're basically like medium range
okay? Medium range. Okay, so that's like 2 speed, right? To get out.
in one maneuver. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll
so
just do that.
two speeds, silhouette 4. So I believe
And
that's
-1 handling, so I'll add the setback.
Yeah. So I believe that is going to be 2 challenge dice.
Challenge.
Approximately. I'll just go with 2 challenge. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
Guy.
Just take damage.
Eh.
Yeah. Unless I roll double despair.
Blast.
Wait, is that a successful piloting check?
Yes, with advantage.
It can happen.
I
apparently.
I siphoned all of the bad luck out on that other roll.
If we're going to be superstitious about it, yes. So yeah, you pilot the You pilot the Avidon Hale cleanly out of the asteroid field. I'm pretty sure you guys have been to the Rings of Esseles before. I'm pretty sure that's where you guys found the Ferialis.
Might have been.
I'm reasonably sure.
I'm used to these routes. I know the patterns.
I mean, it might have been.
Ferialis, Brental, Esseles, and Raltier. Yeah.
I was right!
Didn't you have notes on this too?
Yeah,
you want mine?
I just can't be bothered to look back at them. Anyway, yeah, so you pilot your way out the rings cleanly. What would you like the 3 advantage to do?
Even though we were in the rings, we're at a spot above the planet where we can just go straight down and dock. It's something that's like...
you're in... You happen to have come out of the rings just above the New Calamar starport. Its beacon is bleeping out.
Okay, let's... and this New Calamar starport isn't like Imperial controlled, it's something that's just regular control.
Correct, it's a civilian starport at New Calamar.
Okay, we'll request to dock.
Okay, yeah, the automated system brings you into dock. Docking fee is 50 credits per day.
For it today.
Okay. As you start coming into land, you notice from above on one side of the city, there does appear to be a large Imperial base. You can see the big, typical ugly grey monolithic structures with the Imperial roundel on them. Large Imperial freighters landing and taking off. It appears to be some kind of supply base, maybe. But if you want to know more about it, that'll be another knowledge check.
You guys want to do that?
Sure.
Might as well.
Okay, so that's going to be knowledge, I guess education, because no one has knowledge warfare.
Kayla, you got one
I'm
proficiency in
educated.
that? Okay.
Yeah.
What's the difficulty?
So that's going to be hard. It's not a well-known base. Not a well-known base for you guys either. You don't know the name of the base or any particular direct information about it, but what else would you like to know? For advantage, so you can ask for some tangential stuff about the planet, about the Empire's presence here, that kind of thing.
We remember something somewhat relevant that we learned last time we were here chasing down Ferialis.
Okay, so there's definitely an Imperial naval connection on the planet. The Moff Tackle is connected with some people in the Navy, as the name might suggest. Any of those Imperial Civil War fans out there? Which is probably most of the listeners. Anything else you'd like to know?
Is that Tackle as in
Takel, yes.
But
Tackle.
the Tackle or different guy, cousin?
His brother.
Okay.
Literally his brother.
So
that's another advantage you spent learning that he's his brother, by the way.
Is it our? Because this is 1 ABY, so our Grand Admirals are we before or after the New Year's Fete celebration with the Grand Admirals?
Let's have a look, shall we? Let's see. Becomes Grand Admiral in 0 ABY was New Year's Fate Week. So yes, so Grand Admiral.
We are aware that he's a Grand Admiral, or his brother's a Grand Admiral.
Yeah, because that was a big it was broadcast all over the network, all over the hypernet. The Empire was real thrilled about its fancy white uniforms. The usual pomp and circumstance, etc.
Okay. This guy's brother's really important. I saw it on the news once.
Who knows how relevant that will be to your current situation, but, it's there. There's definitely a Navy connection on the planet, so... Anything else you want to know, maybe? Anything?
Anything?
No?
Can we see like the traffic that's going into that place? Is it like?
It appears to be mostly heavy Imperial freighters carrying what appears to be supply crates of various kinds. The typical kind of modular freight equipment that's used for fleet supply. So it may be some kind of fleet supply base. Again, you're not entirely sure, but something like that, maybe.
Okay. I'll finish the landing sequence, and we can undock.
All right. So you come down into the spaceport. It's pretty bustling. There are some light freighters, much like the Avidon Hale, coming and going. Some large passenger liners, that kind of thing. There doesn't appear to be a huge Imperial presence. In fact, the local security appears to be local rather than stormtroopers or anything like that.
Okay. Is there any place people want to go specifically here so we can find out more information, or?
When in doubt, go to the bar.
Okay.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Never done us wrong so far.
We even discovered
except that time we got arrested by the Rebel Alliance.
Yeah. What type of bar are we trying to find? Are we trying to find a really seedy bar, or are we trying to find a really ritzy bar?
Seedy as hell.
Off-duty Imperials would go.
Just kidding.
So we're looking for a bar that's
doesn't allow aliens.
More human focused and is nearby the base.
Sounds like a risk for all of you.
A little bit.
Yes, it is. Let's try a seedy one first.
You just want to gamble.
Don't call them out
Always.
like that.
Okay, if you could make an average streetwise check, somebody, to find an appropriately seedy bar.
And as always, I cannot remember my own stats.
That's okay, that's what character sheets are for.
I have 1 proficiency if you want to join skills here.
No need.
You're fine.
This is 1 streetwise droid. Sorry, say again?
I can never remember if I have bonuses on Streetwise, which I don't think I ever got those, so we're fine.
I think you have the stealth ones, not the streetwise
Yeah,
ones.
you have the stealth bonuses, which could also come in handy depending on what infiltration has to go down. Hot damn, you find the seediest bar in SLEs, in New Calamar.
It's like a literal hole in the wall.
it's you go down like 5 flights of stairs. It's dripping. There's rust. Okay, so what would you like a triumph to do to start with?
We happen to find an extremely drunk, middle-ranking, off-duty Imperial officer.
Okay, sounds good. He's like sitting there, his uniform's kind of open. He's staring intently at the Twi'lek dancers on the hollow screen. But he isn't really focused. You can tell his eyes aren't focused at all. He's clearly very drunk.
This place sucks.
Well, I mean, you wanted a seedy bar. They're so seedy they can't afford actual dancers, okay? You have 1 advantage as well.
I have no idea what to do with one advantage in this situation. Anybody?
He could be completely alone. Like he's just sitting there. No one's gonna come and talk to him or anything like that. He looks kind of lonely.
He's the only person in the bar other than the bartender.
The bartender's wondering how an Imperial
I think that might be a bit too
officer
obvious. Okay, yeah, he's sitting
He's
alone.
not
at the
entirely racist.
He's not entirely racist.
This is going to be difficult.
Triumph for that.
Sure. He's not your humanocentric Imperial. Okay, he's just there. He's just there for the money. All right. So yeah, presumably you guys go wander over to him.
Hi.
Hey, what? Oh god. What is my name? I've had so much to drink.
Too drunk.
He's too drunk.
What is his name, Inertial? You created him, so
man,
what's his name?
Don't make me think of names on the spot. That's
Well, that's what
Farron.
everyone does to me. That's my life.
I came
Call
up
him
with a
Trachis.
Pokemon name for mine last time, so.
Trachis, call him Trachis. Oh my god.
Sure that.
Sure, he's called Trachis.
I'm sure that's a reference to something I don't get, but
No, it's not. Vernon, can I speak with you for a second?
yes.
I want to pull the droid out of earshot.
I don't think you have
Yeah,
to.
what
We
are
won't
you-
remember.
What are you guys doing here?
I'm
Hey.
here to buy you another drink, buddy.
Vernon,
Oh, that
we're gonna
sounds
keep him
great.
busy. I want you to try and steal his any bits of his identification that we can use.
I'm gonna keep
I can
on.
do.
Yeah. Well, before he's gonna try and pickpocket, I'm gonna try and do like a little charm thing to kind of keep him distracted. So
And
I'm just
maybe
gonna
actually find some information.
Yeah, so I'll try and ask him. It's like, hey, man, being an Imperial, that's got to be a rough job, buddy.
Being an Imperial. Being an Imperial. It's a good job he's drunk, isn't it? Yeah, could you make a Oh, God. Can you make a you make it your charming, right? So charm is usually opposed by this. Could you make a charm check against 2 challenge die and 1 difficulty die?
But he's friendly.
And a drone.
Well, yeah, you get a boost. He has inherent
Yeah,
discipline.
you get a
I'll break that
boost.
down.
Holy cow!
No, my fault.
And
You put
he's
your rank into
drunk?
presence. Add another boost then. Gosh. Whine, moan, complain. You
Give
can
a
just
destiny
spend
point. Destiny
strain
points,
and
though.
downgrade.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna drop it down, but
God, such whiners.
It's Slevered rolling. We have to take every precaution.
Yeah, I have
Best
to-
in the world.
I have to use everything in my power to not.
You might fail this roll. Where?
Yeah, I might
Damn
fail this one.
Now you can cry.
One of
Now
them.
you
One
can
of them's
cry.
cocked. One of the boost die is cocked. So we got to re-roll.
Yeah, it would just fall blank. That would just fall blank.
No, not necessarily.
It's-
Not necessarily. We should re-roll. We should
Yeah.
re-roll. It's...
No.
Trust the
No.
die.
Okay, so he doesn't seem particularly enamored by your presence. What would you like your 2 advantages to do?
We'll keep him. At least he'll still be focused on me. It's not like it'll basically pass off a boost for the
All right.
pickpocket.
All right. So, pickpocket, could you make a roll against the same difficulty, please?
Let me
Better
find
get rid of
the
this.
stats that I literally just used.
Skullduggery.
Yeah.
Presumably you're looking for code cylinders, rank, plaques, that kind of thing.
Yeah, basically just everything he has on him.
He's just stripping naked.
Everything he has on it.
Okay, Walden, put on
Family
this
portraits.
hat.
The post-it notes he's definitely written his passwords on.
Oh, definitely looking for post-it notes.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. So you successfully take his code cylinders. Okay, what would you like the 3 advantage to do? You're taking his code cylinders.
Give me a boost, Inertial.
boy.
You just
Yeah, I'll pass the boost on, and he has a handful of credits.
Okay, so he's got 50 credits,
All
and you
right.
pass on a boost. The despair is that as you're rifling, as you finish grabbing his code cylinder, another group of officers, definitely not drunk, wearing tidy uniforms, come in and say, "Hey, Tagus, come over here. You're off duty." Tagus kind of shambles up. He's like, "Oh, sorry,
Can
guys. I gotta go deal with that."
Bye.
One of the officers
nice
walks up to
guy.
the table. "What are you scum doing talking to one of our officers?"
okay. I got an idea. Can I flip a destiny point to have this drunken officer projectile vomit onto the guy talking to us so we can get...
Yeah, totally.
This is like the second time we've used projectile vomiting. Or
This can't be our thing.
this is our thing now.
Edge of despair, more like edge of nausea.
Edge of digestion.
Alright. I flipped it. Tell us what happens, Bob.
Well, yeah, I mean, he projectiles vomits onto the other officer who reacts with, disgust. He's like, oh, Takis, not again.
Alright, let's go!
Hey, you! We never want to see your like around here again. As you run out the door.
Okay, that's mean. I'm gonna have to wash my fur. Some of that splashed on me.
You burst out into the depressing alleyway that the bar is attached to.
All right. That got us very little information.
We do have code cylinders, though. And I
You got
pulled them up.
something? Cool. I can use those.
Yeah, you're the best one to use them, and I'll hand them over.
Don't worry, they don't take up any encumbrance. You just have to have somewhere to put them. So it's always a concern for Fuzz.
I've got my handy utility belt that we all stole from everywhere.
All right, you're all just wearing Stormtrooper utility belts.
No, I am
Not
not.
me. Yeah, I'm wearing a backpack like a normal human. Or a normal,
normal
A
college
normal
student.
human.
Okay, do we want to just try to find their base and ask about Thea? Maybe they can tell us where she is.
I really doubt they're gonna be as forthcoming with information.
That's weird. Okay, but are we just gonna try to...
Why don't we look at what those cylinders have?
Aren't they just like access codes?
But could we identify like what they access or anything like that? Or is it just like a basic
Buzz thinks that's unlikely.
Okay.
Or if we flip our last destiny point, as this guy
No.
left the address, like he keeps forgetting where he works, so
He's
He
just
has, like, a
drunk
note with
all
the
the
address.
time.
he's left helpful notes inside attached to stuff because he's forgetful, and it helps us.
That might be going a little far.
But think about those 5 destiny points.
Why
we'll
don't
have,
we
Bob.
just ambush the officers and kill them?
But where?
Why?
Well, he said it was down a flight of stairs. Just Glock grenade the stairs.
That doesn't kill them. That sticks them there.
Well, we can just go around the corner, slam jam they face, and go back up. And just
As you're having this loud conversation, you hear the clanging on the metal stairs behind you as what sounds like 5 Imperial pairs of boots starts clanging its way up.
All right, let's pull out our blaster rifles, boys.
You
Yeah,
guys
I mean,
just wandered out
they
of
were
the
officers,
spaceport with
Bob?
your blaster rifles. Yeah, they were all officers.
No, I'll see you later, man. Peace be the journey.
Are we leaving?
We're leaving.
Okay, bye, officers. Where are we
You
leaving
head
to?
back. You head back into the bustle of New Calamar.
So, do we want to find another bar, or do we want to find the base? Encase the joint.
I mean, the base is pretty easy to see.
Yeah, you can see it on you can see it past some of the buildings. Just this big grey structure, and you can see the giant freighters landing there as well. Makes it pretty obvious where it is.
Isn't there
Yeah.
a rebel sect here?
This pretty core world. I don't know. Definitely try to find somebody.
You'll try and find a rebel cell, yeah. If you want to find a local rebel cell, that will be probably a formidable streetwise check.
All right, get to it, Vernon.
And I'm going to upgrade it once. Are you going to do this?
You said formidable, not daunting, right?
I don't want to find a rebel cell. He says, trying to find a rebel cell.
So there we go. Three difficulty, 1 challenge.
Again, I don't know what is wrong with my memory.
Oh, I thought formidable was 5. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. You're right. So I said formidable.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
You can do it.
I probably can't.
That's a doable roll.
From something?
But
No, I think that was from the last roll.
Okay. And that should be... Alright, well...
Apologies for the barking dog upstairs.
There you go.
Oh my god.
Okay.
A cell materializes out of thin air.
We find the door marked Rebel Cell Hideout. Knock.
Basically, so let me see here. The best part, there is actually a rebel cell on Esselise.
Yes.
Goodness me, that dog upstairs is very upset. Okay, so you basically you're wandering around trying to look for people who, you guys have a vague idea of how rebel cells operate now. So Vernon is reasonably good at scouting out that kind of thing, and you basically run into what appears to be, like, you're going down some back ways, and then run into what appears to be a small group of rebels setting an explosive charge.
Well,
Hey, that looks
imagine
really
running
cool.
into you here.
They just pull their
They
guns
immediately
on us.
hop up. They immediately jump up, pulling guns,
Hey,
and
no
they
rebels
get
too.
down on the floor.
No, that's not necessary. We're friends.
We said get down on the floor now.
Vernon gets down on the floor.
So does Buzz.
Does anybody else get down on the floor?
Yeah, I'll
Can
get
I
down.
try and name drop someone?
Are you
From
going
the
to get on
floor?
the floor first?
Fine.
You drop McCluskey.
The group leaves the explosive, and they all start tentatively. There's about 4 of them. There are 4 of them. They start tentatively walking towards you guys with their blaster pistols drawn.
Can I mention the name? I don't remember her name. I sincerely apologize. The
Kareen?
Kareen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, hey, we work for Kareen. We really need your help.
And Lima. We ran the blockade on Mon Calamari.
One of the... Okay, so... I'm going to say... Okay. One of the... Conveniently enough... I feel like you guys should flip a destiny point for this, but conveniently enough, one of the... Okay, thanks. One of them is a Mon Calamari. And they say, hey, if they know Kareem and Lima, they should be good.
Can we
And they
stand up
start
and not
lowering-
get shot?
They start lowering their pistols and say, okay, you can get up. How'd you find us?
Our droid is really good at it.
I see. Well,
I actually just kind of walked around the corner. It was
one of them says, I told
legitimately-
you we should have been inside the building to set the charge.
I'm gonna walk up to them and hand them a data pad and try and show them information on the woman we're looking for and say, listen, this is like super imperative that we find her. And when I say imperative, I mean it concerns you as
She's
I
also
don't
part
see
of
how
a
it
rebel
concerns
alliance and a
us.
traitor.
We don't know who she is.
She was
But
the
if
one
you're
that
looking
gave
at
us our
someone-
missions. She set us up with you guys. By you guys, I mean other rebels. I don't know how organized we are.
Well, I mean, we're pretty, we don't have that many connections here on Esselise. We've had to stay pretty under the radar. You know, in the core, it's not easy.
Well, what are you
Look,
trying
anyway.
to? What are you trying to do here with this bomb that you're setting
We're
outside?
we're
for some reason?
sabotaging this production facility.
Oh, sabotage! Look,
What does
wait a
it
minute.
produce?
I got an idea. Hey, Vernon and Buzz, why don't you show him your nice beradium charge?
You
Maybe
guys
we trade
did not
some-
take the beradium off the ship.
no,
There's no way you guys took
no.
the beradium off the
No
ship.
way.
We're not that
There's
dumb.
no way.
All right.
What does this produce?
Look, it's none of your business, Solonian. Look, but has your friend been taken by the Empire?
Yes.
Yes.
And if they talk, you're in trouble too.
Well, I doubt it. We've no idea who she is. But anyway, if they're anywhere, they're at the base, okay? There's been some Companor activity around there. We think they've set up an office in that base.
Yeah,
We've
Compnor
lost some
took her.
people.
If she talks, they find us. And if we talk, then they find you. And you're really bad at hiding. So, the more information you can give us, the easier it'll be to get her out.
Maybe you guys are just really good at looking, but there's really not much we can tell you. We haven't been inside the base. Like I said, we're under the radar. We're just sabotaging factories where we can.
But what does the factory produce?
None of your business, Solonian. And this guy's like prodding you in the chest repeatedly. These guys don't seem like the nicest of rebels, I have to say.
You guys don't seem like the nicest of rebels, I have to say.
Fine, we'll just help him out for right now. We'll just keep a lookout.
You want me to help you set this bomb? Because I don't think doing it outside in the street is really the best way to handle it.
See? One of the other guys says, told you we should have done it inside the factory. He's just like, look, just leave us alone. We're going to get on with this. Don't implicate yourselves in this. Go rescue your friend.
But
okay?
unless this is a bomb factory, then blowing it up outside isn't gonna do shit.
This is a pretty powerful charge, Solonian. Okay?
Alright.
It'll do the damage. It'll do the damage. Don't worry. You guys should be as far away from here as possible when it blows.
So we should be away when they make the check and fail it and blow up a beradium charge on their own face. Let's
Right. Have fun storming the factory.
Well, that was productive.
Bob, how well do they do on that roll to set the explosives?
No, let's wait until we're further away.
No.
Are we
Alrighty.
watching them do it, or are we leaving?
I'm leaving. Vernon is gone.
Me too.
Yeah.
So let's find out. Let's say there's like 3 charges. They have somebody who's like... He's pretty well trained in mechanics, but he's not that smart. They have a setback because they were distracted by a bunch of randos showing up.
Oh, where are the randos?
Yeah. Oh, it's okay. They set the charge, no problem. As you walk away from the building, about 10 minutes later, you hear a kablam, and you watch as if one of the smokestacks of a factory collapses, and you start to hear sirens in the distance.
Well, that factory of whatever it produces is sure damaged. Maybe we can use this as a distraction. They're going to be looking after that now if we want to try to case the joint.
Super risky, but yeah, we can try it.
Yeah.
Unless we can convince them to blow up something bigger and better, we could give them the beradium charge we have. They could blow up something more prominent, and then when the Imperials go to check that out, we could try to use our other beradium charge on their base.
You really want to use those beradium charges, huh?
We have a lot
They're
of
just
explosives.
wasted away. They
Yeah,
have an
it's a
expiration date. Have a half-life, right?
It's like yogurt. It only gets better with age, right?
Okay. So, are you guys going to head over to the base then?
I'll head over and case it. We'll try to, at least.
Yeah.
Okay. You head over to the sector where the base is located. The sign says Terrell Naval Base as you enter the district. You start to notice a larger number of people in uniform, in work clothes. Pretty much the majority of them are human, and most of them are giving you funny looks as you walk through the streets, but no one's outright stopping you. There's definitely an increased amount of warehousing and production facilities around here. And there's lots of speeder trucks going by, carrying stuff to the main depot in the center of the complex. As you head closer in towards the big monolithic building, patrols start to become something you notice. They don't seem to care too much about you yet, but you think that if you get closer, they might start to be a little concerned about your presence. So, how would you like to proceed?
Should we look for some kind of like public information center? Do they have
They
them?
will definitely have information on the military base in a public information center.
Why wouldn't they?
Sure, let's try that.
The closest thing you can find to a public information center is an Imperial Recruitment Bureau. The two stormtroopers outside immediately close the door in front of all of you. Humans only.
That's mean.
There's some nice posters on the outside saying, join the Empire, fight for the Empire, join the Navy, etc.
Vernon, you might be the only person that could actually help us out here, since they don't really care too much about droids walking around.
We do have Arnott. He's an Imperial droid.
Ooh.
That is an idea.
I'm going to assume you guys aren't having this conversation right in front of the stormtroopers.
No.
Like
we will have a conversation in a shady alley nearby.
Excellent.
Totally
Just want to make sure.
Not suspicious at all.
Definitely not suspicious. No suspicion.
No way. There's 4 aliens in an alley? Not at all.
Do I have that special? No. I didn't buy the black market restraining bolt.
No, we did not do that. But what we can definitely do. So yeah, we'll abscond to the alleyway. So I have an idea. It's like why don't we get Vernon and Arnott and try and have them sneak into the base.
Vernon,
I
do you
see
think
no
they'll let you
issues
in?
with this plan.
Okay. Yeah.
That was sarcasm.
Okay, so Vernon's on board. And Arnott will do it. If I'll just put the restraining bolt on him so that they don't try to put one of theirs on him.
Do you have another one of those?
Just in case.
Another one of the astromech droids?
Restraining bolt.
Restraining bolt.
I don't think so.
You'll need to, if you want to apply the restraining bolt without affecting the droid, you'll need to disable it basically before you apply it.
Yeah.
Which will just be an easy mechanics check.
Okay. An easy mechanics check. I think is that correct? No, I only have that, I think. No. Here we go.
One threat, unfortunately. So you take a strain, but you do manage to apply. It's doing it in a back alley isn't the most pleasant thing you've ever done. But you manage to disable the restraining bolt and attach it to R0 without having it actually restrain the poor droid.
All right, Arnott, we're going to need you to get into the base and see if you can find where their detention center is. And if you can find where Thea is, that would be even better. And Vernon's going to go with you.
No, Arnott is going to go with me.
Vernon
let's
is
be
going to
clear
go
here.
with you.
Okay, no,
Okay,
let's go.
let's go.
It's fine.
It's fine.
We're fine.
We're fine.
Okay, 2 droids infiltrate the Imperial base. Classic. A protocol droid and an astromech droid infiltrate the Imperial base. Where have we heard this one before?
Is Lifty going to?
This is one for a storybook.
No, Lifty is not going. Please.
I was thinking
Why is
a badly animated cartoon adventure series.
Well, once this campaign is done, we're gonna go back through and we're gonna do some animated Avidon Hale adventures.
Oh goodness.
God.
All right, off you go.
All right, we are strolling towards the main gate like we belong.
Okay. No one really notices a couple of droids. You notice as you get closer, the patrol frequency increases. They tend to be groups of stormtroopers and naval troopers in groups of 4. As you get towards the main base entrance, you also see a patrol walking past that appears to be led by an officer wearing a similar uniform to the one you saw on the camera back on Rennell. So,
Okay.
at the entrance, what do you want to do? Obviously, there's a code cylinder access.
Okay, is there anybody on guard?
There are no guards at the very entrance. No.
All right, then.
Just regular patrols.
I didn't say I took this code cylinders back, but can we just assume?
You can make an easy vigilance check.
Easy vigilance.
Or you can
To
just
say
walk
that
back
you-
to where we were.
To say that you were paying enough attention.
Yeah. Let's try this first.
Walking back might raise a little too much suspicion. There you go. It looks like you were paying enough attention to pick up the code cylinder.
All right.
And yeah, so you scan the code cylinder in the door lock, and the door slides open with a hiss. Inside,
Okay.
there's a typical Imperial base corridor. So it's got some subdued lighting, some grey walls, unnecessarily shiny floor, that kind of thing. You see lots of doors leading off both sides of the corridor, and the main corridor itself seems to lead off towards the main depot area and the supply dump.
Okay. The Compnor guy, where was he?
He was outside patrolling.
Oh, okay. All right, well, can't really do streetwise in an Imperial base, but I guess we're just going to go forward until we see something interesting.
Okay. The corridor, as you look down the corridor, it's quite straight. You can see some officers walking around carrying data pads and coming into and out of offices. They don't seem to pay you any attention. And then there are some mouse droids buzzing around, going through their little tunnels, and sometimes crossing the corridor in front of you.
All
the
right.
doors on the along the corridor are usually labeled with things like shipping and receiving, maintenance, logistics, that kind of thing. You don't see anything that's obviously marked Compnor here.
Okay. Just gonna look for a computer terminal then.
Okay, could you make a hard perception check? Because you're not exactly an expert at navigating Imperial bases.
Or computer terminals.
That's okay. That's what
Always
R0 is
sure
for.
what they look like.
That's what R0 is for, you know? He's
Perception.
the droids have an adventure.
While they're doing this, we're going to get those Meridium charges from the Avidon.
Oh my god. Okay, sure you are. Of course you are. Okay, yeah, you find a computer terminal. There's actually one built into the corridor wall.
Okay.
Some way down. It appears to be a maintenance terminal primarily. But you have one advantage, so... What would you like that to do?
The corridor happens to be clear for just a couple minutes.
Sure.
All right.
So yeah, there's the maintenance computer.
Arnott, can you plug in and see if you can find the prisoner? Whatever her name is. I am a competent droid with intact memory.
Arnott does it.
Okay, so if R0 could make a hard computers check with a setback because of the time constraint. Actually, I'm going to upgrade that once. Wow, this is just like a New Hope.
Would you accept me giving a boost just to
definitely,
keep an eye out?
Yeah, I mean, you can do an unskilled assist, definitely.
Yeah.
You're right there with the droid. You can keep an eye out, make sure that if anything is going to go wrong, you catch it before it happens.
All right.
Good luck, Arnott. We're all counting on you, you little plucky little
God
failing
damn
astromech
it.
droid. Arnott does not manage to find the prisoner. But what would you like the 2 advantage to do?
Find the offices?
No one notices that we're screwing around yet.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Yeah, no one notices. An officer walks out of his office, wanders by, arches an eyebrow, but pays no attention to an astromech droid and a protocol droid using a computer system.
All right, I guess we continue wandering.
As you get deeper into the facility, it gets a little quieter. You can see out. The corridor starts to curve, and there's some big windows that are looking out onto the spaceport area, and you can see the giant freighters picking up the crates and lifting off. This seems like a pretty important supply base for the sector. There's a lot of stuff being shipped around here. But you don't really see anything that's obviously Compnor, except for that one officer you saw patrolling earlier. It seems like if they're here, they're keeping themselves pretty low-key.
Okay.
Is there anything you'd like to search for specifically?
Can you start trying to amble your way towards the trying to find the detention center? Following marked floors or something? The airport?
This way to the prison.
Pretty much. This is my voice of Arnott communicating with another droid who can understand him.
Of course.
It's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Corey is a droid. So, does Vernon agree with that plan of action?
Yeah, that sounds completely reasonable.
Okay, so I think if you're going to do another search for something leading towards a detention center, could I have a daunting +4 difficulty perception check, please?
Okay.
I'll add a boost. Or can Arnott add a boost for that?
Yeah, totally.
Wait, did I get that? Nope.
Looks
that's
correct to me.
No,
back
it's
up. 3
yep.
instead of 3 and 2. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
Wow.
so you don't find the detention center, but what do you find?
We see Thea being escorted by a couple of Compnor officers.
That might be going a little far,
A little
but you
far,
can definitely
all
see
right.
some Compnor officers if you like.
What if we
Alright.
see the officer we saw on the video? Would that be too much?
That's a pretty good use. That would be the triumph and the
Yeah.
advantage, I think. Yeah,
Okay.
that sounds good to me. So, if you want to, do you want to follow?
Yeah.
Sounds so
Wow.
disappointed, I guess we'll follow. Yeah, all right. Okay, so if you could make a, let me see, what difficulty should that
Super
stealth
excited about being in the middle of an Imperial base.
check? Could you make a hard stealth check, please?
All right, stealth. That's the one I.
With a
do
setback,
get a
because
bonus
there
on.
isn't really many places to hide in a big corridor. All you can do is look unassuming.
Yeah.
He just T-poses in the hallway and blends into the computers.
Oh,
wait,
setback.
yeah,
I'm glad you
yeah.
just added that because I completely forgot about it.
Is that your stealth roll?
Yeah, stealth isn't actually that fantastic, but
It's good, but not as brilliant as his lying ability. But that's okay. You succeeded. You follow him down the corridors. He takes you on this kind of winding path that goes through a few side corridors and eventually leads to a security door that he scans his code cylinder through, which immediately shuts behind him. The security door is basically unmarked. It's not clear where it goes.
oh, this looks fun. Or not. You want to give it a shot, or do you think we should go back?
Arnaud, taking a look at it, it looks like a formidable door. This looks like formidable security. That's a hint to how hard it is. Formidable.
It looks pretty easy to me. Beep, 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 beep. A pro droid again.
Typical Astro droids.
Way too much confidence.
What if?
Is formidable 4 or 5? 5?
That's 5. That's the hardest difficulty.
What were you saying, Kylo?
We could try and flip a big destiny point and say that a mouse droid comes along and tries to do maintenance on the door, lowering the difficulty just a little bit.
I don't like using a destiny point to reduce the difficulty necessarily.
Okay, no, I'm just suggesting. I have
Yeah,
no idea
it's
what
not
you're
a bad
all doing.
idea. Not a bad idea.
Reduce the... Well, what about flipping that last ability to... Or, never mind. Adding an ability rather than reducing the difficulty. Is there a difference there?
That's a difficult roll.
Well, that's actually a standard use of a destiny point is to increase ability.
Yeah. So, to give you an idea, that's the difficulty,
Yeah.
and then our little pal Astromech droid has
3.
that much computers.
Yeah. So it would be 3 proficiency if you upgraded.
And
to
I could
5.
add a boost.
Yeah, against 5 difficulty dice.
But, yeah.
I think we can do it. I think
Okay.
this is worth it.
Arnaud's a cocky little so-and-so.
If
so
this
he's
were
gonna try
levered
and hack
rolling,
the
out of the
door.
question.
This
But-
is, okay.
It's gonna be
How the
fine.
heck? How the heck?
Double T.
All
What
right.
do you know?
I've had like 5 tries tonight.
Disgusting. I am disgusted. Just disgusted. I mean, it's a lot of threat, to be fair. It's a lot of threat. So yeah, he hacks the door and an alarm goes off. But what do you want the Triumph to do? As you hear a clattering of footsteps down the corridor.
Corey, it was your roll.
Close the blast doors.
The Triumph is enough that they at least think that R0 is an Imperial astromech droid who belongs here.
Oh, just are not.
Just
All
R0.
right.
Okay, the clattering along the
I
corridor.
feel like both of us would be too much for even a Triumph.
The troopers clattering along the corridor are coming from the other side of the door, which is now open. You see them coming along. They're wearing something that looks like stormtrooper armor, but it's subtly different. There's a bit more in the way of padding, and the helmet is somewhat different. You can find a picture of Compnor Trooper Corey to illustrate.
You could try a stealth roll to get away.
Well, like, hey, droid,
Yeah, we're
stop!
in-
And as they get to you, they slow down and say, "What are you doing opening this door, droid?"
Oh, I think we got turned around, sir. I do apologize.
Okay, could you make a... let's have a look.
Luck's gonna run out.
We had a line say we had a reason to be in there.
Well, they don't think the astromech is a part of this, so it's just you that's it's lost.
So if you could make a... there are 4 of them. Could you make a deception check against 3 challenge dice?
Luck's definitely gonna run out.
There's 4 of them. They're disciplined. They can spot a lie.
Yeah.
You're a very good liar. So.
Yeah.
And they're not suspecting Arnaud particularly at all, so you can add a boost for Arnaud. Arnaud can help with this, definitely.
I will take the boost.
Like, they're concerned as to why you're there, but... Damn it!
Holy cow!
Damn it! Damn it!
Me and Inertial have to do all the difficult roles.
Well, congratulations. They lower their weapons and say, all right then. Well, get on with your work, droids. And they wave you away. You have 2 advantage.
2 advantage? Okay.
Slip through the door?
Yeah.
Yeah, could we do that?
You want to get a good look through the door. The corridor down there, through the door, looks much the same as the others, except that you do see it's a little more cramped. It looks like it's just been added relatively recently. And you see a typical kind of like what looks like maybe a glowing red off to one side of the corridor from one of the doors. There's some kind of energy shield there.
Okay.
And then the troopers close the door in front of you.
All right. And how many troopers were there?
There were 4.
4. All right.
They were who responded to the alarm, but
Right.
who knows how many others there are.
Well, or not, I think we've pushed our luck as far as we can. Let's return to the others and relay what we found.
Okay.
So you casually wander your way back through the base and exit. And return to your to your crew members, who presumably you tell them all about your exciting adventures in the base.
All right. Could I figure out where that area is located?
Sure, I would say that would be a...
Something I'm terrible at, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what would be the best way to hit. Something like vigilance again. I would say just
right.
an average vigilance check to make sure that you were keeping tabs on where you were in the base.
Okay.
Because you didn't explicitly say you were doing that.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah, make sure, see if you were keeping a mental map.
Ah.
You were not keeping a mental map. You have one advantage. You have a vague idea of where it is in the base, like the direction, but you don't remember the exact location. And you certainly couldn't pinpoint it from outside the building.
All right.
So you can't just blow your way in, guys.
Well,
how did
we have
you
a
know?
radio
not
charges.
accurately.
We will blow our way down.
Collapse the entire base.
You know which half of the building it isn't in.
Was it up or down?
Arnott can do the same check, I suppose, and see if
Vigilance? Or is that something that's like...
it would be the same check. It would be an average vigilance check,
Okay.
which for a poor little astromech droid would, I believe, just be 1 green.
Oh, come on, big money, little man.
Was the droid?
Oh
secretly
my
keeping a map
gosh!
The whole time.
Look at this dude!
The astromech droid was keeping a map the whole time.
All right, can we just replace like half of us with this astromech?
Okay, the 2 threat though. Oh, let me think of that. Oh yeah.
What's
The
the
threat
probability
is-
of that?
No, it's not too bad, actually. Success with threat is the general result of this kind of roll, so it's not too bad in terms of odds. Let's actually check the dice roller, actually, because that'll be kind of funny. But yeah, so I'm going to say the threat is that that poor droid can't, Arnott can't quite pinpoint the exact location of that door and where they were, but he can at least provide a rough guide through the facility. Again, he can't really pinpoint it from outside, but if he was in the facility, he could tell you where to go. But it was a 24% chance of success. So 1 in 4.
Okay.
So not a bad little roll there from our little tubby little friend.
So how do we get back in?
Arnott beeps at you
Alden?
expectantly.
Well, we've got these charges, right?
Vuz downloads this data to his data pad from Arnott.
Sure. So he has like an internal layout, but it doesn't really map to the external layout very well. It only makes sense once you're in the main corridor.
It's like relative terms, but not.
It's like when you're playing KOTOR and the map just starts revealing, so we have no real context for it.
Yeah, basically.
We've got these charges. We could run the thing we were gonna run on Moncal.
We could. Do we want to use the Baradium, or do we want to use the smaller one?
This is a big butt building. We're gonna need big butt charges.
Okay.
Well, do we want to take the entire building down?
Yes, we're terrorists now.
What if we use the Baradium on the side of the building we don't want to get in, and then use the Detonite on the side we do want to get in? So they go for the Baradium charge, and we go in through the Detonite charge.
We don't know exactly where to go in.
Yeah, but we'd at least be on the right side of the building and have them pulled to the wrong side of the building.
And we won't blow Thea up.
That
kind
of another
bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember, long range is like we're talking 300 meters there. It's like a city block. Obviously, if you do it inside a large, heavily constructed building, it won't do quite as much. But it's still going to be pretty explosive, shall we say. So, an interesting plan. And I think we'll have to find out how it pans out next time.
All right. So thanks for watching, everyone. We will be back next Sunday to blow ourselves up in what could very well be a very short stream. But, yeah. So, exciting stuff.
Oh, man.
Are we rolling obligation for next time?
I think so, yeah. So if all of you, I'll roll the D100, I guess. And see, not even any combat. I'm very impressed with you guys. There were so many chances for you to get shot at then, and it didn't happen.
87. I don't think that's anybody again.
Yeah, that might be a nobody. Huh, you guys are getting very lucky. How disappointing. In general, you guys have been... Yeah, no, that isn't anybody's... again.
It has to be below 70 or something like that, or it's like 72.
70. 70 is the current peak. So yeah, you guys continue with your ridiculous streak of luck. So,
and it's gonna run out.
Probably
next time.
Probably exactly when you arm the charges. You know, we have our 5 intellects guy here. He's gonna arm. It's gonna be an easy roll, and it's just gonna go horribly wrong.
Because you're going to upgrade it, so there can be a despair, and it'll blow me up.
Yeah, it'll be brilliant. Everybody will love it.
Guess who's going to show up the next stream? All right.
Okay.
Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.